Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, I finally finished the things I had to finish, and yeah, we're kinda in the business back again. I'm still trying to figure out how to properly set up, because a little bit acoustic changed and stuff, so I have no idea. Maybe that's going to be good. But yeah, anyway, we are back with like daily dose of Umineko, sound of drop and reactions. So yeah. Anyway, before we start, I hope you are in good mood and smiling, like Shannon from our universe where nothing but happened to her because she clicked the subscribe button, which sent her a message from the future straight to her YouTube feed. And with that, let's just continue the story of Umineko. It's been a while. Oh my god. Where the hell did I end it? Yeah. He went missing. Alright. So. Wait, can I like... Okay. Just let me just like check what happened before, because you know that was like a lot of time. Okay, so it was like general just ending. Okay. After that, we ate the breakfast Kumasawa-san had made, which felt dry and tasteless. Of course, this was right after something like that happened again, or something like that had happened. Of course, this was... yeah, no one felt particularly hungry. Oh my god, sorry. However, we understand logically that not eating would weaken our bodies. It would also be rude to Kumasawa-san, who had made the breakfast. Kumasawa-san had taken some unusual western vegetables, ones that Goda-san had probably offered for these ultra-elaborate meals, and cooked them in Japanese style, which made them turn an unpleasant color. As to what Goda-san had been planning to cook with those ingredients, right then, I couldn't even imagine it. If I did think about it, I would be reminded of the way Goda-san died, and the sour taste would fill the inside of my mouth. Everyone pretended to eat for the time being, but of course no one made much progress. It's like in the movies. Like, you know, people eating, but not really. I don't know if you like saw any post-production videos or something like that where actors talk how they film the eating scenes. That's pretty good stuff. Then we began pooling our knowledge of our current situation. First off, 6 people, which included Uncle Kraus, my dad, Kirie-san, Aunt Rosa, Gouda-san and Shannon-chan, had been found in the Rose Garden storehouse as brutally mutilated corpses. And yet, we still couldn't contact the police, since both the phones and the radio were unusable. God damn it, these words sometimes. So until the typhoon passed, there was nothing we could do. Furthermore, grandfather, who might have hoped would be able to show a little leadership in this kind of situation, had disappeared some time ago. Goda-san hadn't made breakfast, so grandfather's stomach must have been empty. And if he had just been taking a casual walk, we should have been able to hear him whining about how hungry he was by now. And despite that, he hadn't appeared. There was more than a small chance that he had gotten caught up in this crime. According to my aunts, on their way back from Kinzo's study, they searched for him, calling out on every floor, but were unable to find him. Considering the timing of it all, it's only reasonable to assume that this disappearance had something to do with the crime. We figured that and the rest were probably killed in the dining hall, and then painstakingly moved to the storehouse. So maybe grandfather was already been killed. Has already been killed, yeah. And dragged to some strange place, which we simply haven't discovered yet. No one actually said it out loud, but theory seems extremely convincing.
私たちはお屋敷の戸締まりを確認してきます。お父様も念入りに探さなければなりません。子供たちはこの部屋を出ないように。
I feel like my microphone is a little bit too loud sometimes. Let me know in the comments. Maybe it's okay, or maybe it should be louder. Let me know. Maybe I should do like, you know, a little bit louder microphone actually.
エヴァさんと秀吉さんは申し訳ありませんが、ここで子供たちと一緒にいてください。南條先生もお願いいたします。
わかりました。ここでお待ちしています。
Aunt Natsuhi followed the servants, Genji-san, Kumasawa-san and Kanon-kun out of the parlor. All that was left was Aunt Eva, Uncle Hideyoshi, Dr. Nanjo, and the four of us children, a total of 7 people.
みんなで仲良くテレビでも見て待ってよな。
Yay, Hideyoshi is trying to strike up a good mood. That's nice, I like Hideyoshi.
しかし、日曜日の午前中はろくな番組やっとらへんな。
What? Seriously? Well, maybe. I don't know, I'm not watching TV. I don't even remember when I watched TV last time. Like, generally watching TV for like, I don't know, a few hours or something. I really don't know. Uncle Hideyoshi started acting cheerfully, trying to brighten up this gloomy atmosphere. Yeah! Maria showed up and I remember how the hell last episode went. What the fuck, Maria? What the hell is going on with you? Like, there's no way she's not possessed, like... I need more info about her. Let's go with the story because I just can't bear it. Maria, are you, like, realizing that your mother died horribly? Maybe? Someday? Now? Like few minutes ago, maybe? I mean, a few hours?
お、そうか。
Yeah, even Hideyoshi is confused like hell.
マリアちゃんはテレビ見るか。じゃ、おじさんと一緒に見ような。
Maria was the only one who joined in. Even though Maria had been told of her mother's death, she didn't show the slightest flicker in her emotions. Yeah, like... Okay, I'm not going to comment that anymore because there's no point. Like, I will be always like, what the fuck? I can't get my head on this. Was it really normal for a 9-year-old girl like Maria to act so much like a very young child? Everyone else's mood failed to improve, and they each sank abstinently into their sofas. That was very weird.
聞いていいか。なんだい。さっき倉庫で兄貴はシャノンちゃんの指輪の話をしたよな。
Are you too soon, Butler? Too soon.
あれ送ったのは兄貴か。
George Aniki didn't answer, but he hung his head and closed both his eyes. There could be no clearer response.
よせよバトラ。
Yeah, that's too soon.
少しは察しろよ。
だな。悪いことを聞いたぜ。そうさ、僕だよ。
Oh, we have a theme. I don't know. For who is this song? I feel like this is like mixed. them for Shannon and George, probably.
彼女に昨べ求婚したんだ。その時指輪を渡した。明日になったらそれを好きな指にはめて返事としてくれって
Yeah.
気ざったらしいことを言ってね。
God damn it! And that ring had been on the right, on the ring finger of Shan-chan's left hand.
数年前からシャドウに相談を受けてたぜ。ジョージ兄さんのことでさ。
Oh.
なんて言ってたのかな。
シャノンは嘘をつくのが下手だったからよ。ジョージ兄さんのことを言ってるのはすぐにバレバレでさ。自分は使用人の身分だけど、した男の人の好きそうなものは何かとか、どういう服を着たら喜ぶかとか、そんなことをいろいろとさ。
I'm sorry I'm silent. I'm trying to not get, you know, like, I'm trying to avoid onion ninjas because they like hiding in every corner in this new room. Yeah, I forgot about them. They're sneaky as hell. And apparently they're going to attack more often and with tanks later on. That's what I heard.
なんつうのか、そのまあ焼けたぜ。
それが婚約指輪を渡されておしまいかよ。
力は人それぞれだけどよ、男から求婚されるってのは人生の到達点なんだと思うんだよ。だからきっと昨夜のシャノンは
Yeah, at least she died happy.
心の底から、
God damn it, I have chills.
いや、生まれてから今までの中で一番幸せだったと思う。
I don't know if I should have like my green screen face on, like, you know, on the screen in the corner. Probably that would be bad idea. George Aniki sighed deeply without raising his head. Or maybe tears had risen to his eyes.
シャノンは昨べゲストハウスの当番だったらしいんだ。でもシャノンは僕と一緒にゲストお屋敷に行ってしまった。
シャノンの
No.
気持ちを察しろよ。
Yeah. So I wonder if he's partly blaming himself because, you know, people from Mansion basically died. If he would like hold her, like try to, like, you know, persuade her to go with him to the guest house, then that would never happen probably.
婚約指輪をもらえばどんなに予告されてたって普通は舞い上がっちまって頭は真っ白になっちまうぜ。気恥ずかしくて仕方なかったんだろうよ。
それでシャノンは当番でないはずのお屋敷へ行き、そこで郷田さんの仕事を手伝い事件に巻き込まれてしまった。僕があの日
Oh my god, this is extreme. I thought like he would feel bad for himself because he didn't, like, you know, persuade her to go with him. But to go that far back to not give her that ring? Oh fuck. Well, this is also true because she wouldn't be embarrassed, but god damn it.
あの場所で指輪なんか渡さなければシ サヨは
Sayo. Yeah, let's remember Sayo.
事件に巻き込まれなかったんだ。
God damn it, George.
兄貴、
Don't talk like that. You made her happy.
それだけは違うぜ。断じて違う。
Yeah.
だからそれ以上泣くんじゃね
バトラー君、
Oh my god, Eva, are you going to be Viper again? Or not?
そっとしてあげなさい。
After Antiva said that, I stopped talking to him. His praised words of comfort might actually do more harm than good. Jessica sat down next to Aniki and put an arm around him. Maybe only Jessica, who had known about Aniki and Shannon love since the beginning, and who had even discussed that relationship with Shannon, could comfort Aniki now. I went over to Aunt Eva and sat down on the opposite sofa.
バトラー君は強いわね。もうだいぶしっかりしているように見えるわよ。
Yeah, he's a... Oh, yeah, also... Yeah, now I remember. Under, like, last episode, I had some theories, and apparently one of them, probably, is on point. So I wonder which one. I think the one with the revenge path, but I don't know for who, for Jessica or for Butler. That's going to be seen. Don't spoil me. But you really got my interest in the comments last time.
まあほら、愛の深さが傷の深さじゃないっすか。俺は別にあんなクソ親父同士の方が知ったことじゃないし、キリエさんは気の毒ですが、まあ本当の親ってわけじゃないですしね。
Wow, he's hiding so much his feelings.
あら、
Don't you are Arabi?
という割にはさっきすっごく大泣きしてたわよ。
まあ育ての親に対する恩はあのくらい泣けば OK かと思いまして。
そのあたりの切り替えの速さやドライなあたりは本当にルドルフ譲りね。あの子は昔から激しく喜んだり悲しんだり怒ったりしたけれど、すぐにケロリと平静を取り戻したわ。
そんなことはないっすよ。俺だってまだまだ心のショックから立ち直れちゃいません。ただ俺がみんなと違うのは、それによってどういう感情が生み出されるかってことだと思います。
As it rage.
どういうこと？
What's this music? I feel like it's too funky for series mode. Okay, it changed to kinda mysterious, so okay, that's fine. I've been acting much calmer than George, Aniki, and Jessica. That wasn't because my sadness was any less intense or because I'd already recovered. My sadness was simply getting replaced gradually with a different emotion.
悲しいっていうよりは腹立たしいって気持ちなんすよ。
Yeah. So I probably was right with the revenge path for Butler. I wonder if he will kill someone, like Beatrice maybe. Or he will kill actually someone from the cast? Okay, I'm making like theories because of one sentence, like this makes no sense, sorry. I will just read more.
どこのドイツがこんなことをしやがったのか。横っ面に一発お見舞いしてやらないことには腹の虫が収まらねえんです。
That was what I really wanted to do. I couldn't forgive myself if I just sat there, overwhelmed with sadness and hugging my knees.
親父たちが殺されて以降、この島は台風に包まれたままです。つまりこれだけの上等を決めてくれやがった野郎は。
そういうことになるわね。今も暗い森のどこかに身を潜めているのかしら。
I felt like I would had a very similar conversation with Kirie-san night before. That's right. After the letter from the person calming to be Beatrice appeared at the dining table last night, we talked about whether or not a 19th person actually exists.
エヴァおばさん、この殺人、昨夜のベアトリーチェの手紙と何か関連があるんでしょうかね。
ああ、例のさあ、どうかしらね。
Eva, your viper smile is a little bit like smaller, but your tone of voice is still a viper.
あの手紙はお父様が遺産問題に絡みたくて出した怪文書という見方で兄弟は一致したんだけれども、それと今朝の事件に関係があるかは今の段階では分かりかねるわね。
あの手紙、本当にベアトリーチェなんて魔女がマリアに渡したんすかね。
まさか全部お父様の仕組んだ茶番でしょ。
Read the fucking capital, guys. I don't remember if they read that. Like, after... No, yeah, no, they didn't have a chance yet. They would recognize that this is according to epitaph like 6 sacrifices.
シャノンちゃんあたりに肖像画のドレスを着させてマリアちゃんを騙したんでしょ。お父様らしい手の込みすぎたいたずらだと思うけど。
昨夜キリエさんとベアトリーチェは実在するんだろうかって話をしたんですけど、キリエさんも俺たち18人の中にベアトリーチェがいるだろうと言ってましたね。
そんなの当然、この島には私たちしかいないのよ。なら私たちの中の誰かがベアトリーチェを語ったに決まってるじゃない。
Or who is possessed? Like Maria.
この島には俺たち以外はいない。
Oh wait, maybe my theory is about Maria being possessed. Maybe that's one I'm right. So many questions!
すか。
当然でしょ。私たち以外の誰がここにいるっていうの。この島には私たちしかいない。18人しかいない。ならベアトリーチェを語るのも18人の中の誰かしかいないじゃない。
Kiri-san denied the existence of the 19th person by spinning the chessboard around. Even though Aunt Eva hadn't constructed an argument that complicated, her opinion at least was the same. Except, if that's the case, our situation starts to look very ugly. Yeah, there's like less people and... yeah. And you still didn't discover who's the culprit. At the time of Beatrice's letter, the whole thing could be passed off as a prank set up by someone or another. However, if we are assuming there's no 19th person, we can't ignore this anymore. In other words,
19人目がいないなら、親父たちを殺した犯人も18人の中にいるってことになっちまうじゃないですか。つまり今この屋敷にいる誰かが殺したってことになる。
yep, makes sense. Aunt Eva smiled meaningfully. It looked like she thought this conclusion should have been obvious from the very beginning.
犯人は倉庫の中に6人の遺体を運び込んだわ。でもよく倉庫の中に運び込めたわよね。
So... Oh. She's basically saying that the murderer is actually a man. So we have George, Butler, Genji, Kinzo, who is missing. And Hideyoshi. That's all? Oh, and Nanjo. That's 6 people? I don't think I'm... Yeah, I can just check that. Oh, and he's... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, I will count Kinzo as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically, she assumes that we have 7 Kurpits. One of them, I mean.
あのシャッターは常に閉められていて施錠されていたそうよ。つまり倉庫内に運び込むにはシャッターの施錠を開ける必要があった。
That's also, so that we can assume that is male servant, maybe?
たまたまその日シャッターが開けっぱなしになってた可能性は？
使用人たちは常に閉めていると言ってたわ。つまり鍵を使用人室から持ち出さなくては倉庫は絶対に開けられない。
鍵は使用人室の一つしかないんすかね？
源氏さんはそうだと言ってるわ。ということは犯人はそのたった一つの倉庫の鍵のありかを知っていて持ち出した。さっきカノン君が使用人室に鍵を戻すところを見たわ。壁にびっしりと鍵がかけられていて、とても素人にはどこに何がかけてあるのかわからなかった。
Makes sense.
犯人はその中から倉庫の鍵を見事選び出したのよ。しかも札も何もついていない鍵を手にしてバラ庭園裏にある倉庫の鍵だと理解した。ついでに言うと倉庫の場所すら理解していた。もっとはっきり断言するわ。犯人は使用人室の内部にも熟知している。
Yep, that makes hopefully good explanations. So, from all people to 7 to 2. If we still assume the male servants. If not, then we can count Kumasawa as well. But come on. Like, carry 6 people to the storehouse. Nope. Canon. Too young, too weak, he had problem with the wheelbarrow in like 2nd episode or 3rd, I don't remember. Genji, calmest one, the eldest, the smartest, main suspect for them at least. Her argument was extremely plain and clear. If the bodies had been found thrown somewhere in the bushes of the rose garden, there wouldn't have been much to go on. However, if there was only one key to the storehouse in the servant room, and it was stored with such a large group of keys, a novice would not be able to tell them apart. This meant the culprit was someone who went into the servant room a lot and was familiar with the location of the keys. The family member didn't normally go into the servant room, which meant that...
ってことは使用人の誰かが
Yep,
犯人。
at least for you.
悪いけどそれ以上はおばさんも言えないわよ。
But I can, which I explained like 1 minute ago.
でも一つだけ教えられることがあるわ。
なんすか？
犯人、犯人たちは複数で、そして十分な武装をしていたと考えられるの。
Okay. Hold on, Eva. Hold your horses, please. Yeah, this is fair to assume that they kinda like work together. Which also at the same time makes no sense. Judging by everyone, like, you know, emotions and stuff. And how they reacted. And what do you mean fairly were armed? Like, what?
だってそうでしょ。食堂にいた兄さんたち4人を一度に襲って殺し、合計6人分の遺体をようようと
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
倉庫まで運んで 悪趣味な化粧と落書きを施している。
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. About being armed.
これだけのことを単独犯で行えるはずもないでしょう。
There he is. He had like a whole night, or she. It made sense, kinda. It probably would have been possible for a single person with enough time, but it would take so incredibly long. I don't think that would take that long. I don't think so. Like most of them is like, I don't know, let's just assume 80 kilos. Even if, like, Genji is looking really strong. So I assume that he could, like, go away with it very fast. Even if he had, like, to, I don't know, drag the bodies. Also, it's not impossible that they weren't killed here. Well, okay, there was a blood, so maybe. But maybe they were injured. They could be like, you know, dosed with the poison, or some sleeping gas or something. Or, you know, something sleep pills in the tea or whatever. And they would be killed in the storehouse. So, yeah, murder could also, like, drag them through the ground and leave no trail behind. But anyway, this is just me blabbing around. I don't know why I'm doing that. Sorry. Let's just go with the story then. It was probably safe to assume that a significant number of people were involved. I don't buy it, though.
ってことはエヴァおばさんは使用人の人たちがみんなグルだろうって言ってんすか。
静かになさいな。
Is she starting the second part of the epitaph right now? Is that the case? Second line, those who remain shall tear apart the two who are close. She's breaking the trust. She's breaking the trust, but between who? The two who are close. I assume that would be Genji and Kinzo, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Okay, but this indicates, like, you know, two fractions, I would say. Like, you know, main Ushiromiya family, like family members, and the servants. I would say like that. That would be like two fractions that were close together and now they would go apart because of untrust.
憶測で言っちゃ悪いわよ。それにもし本当にそうだったらどうするつもり？彼らは私たちを生かして返さないでしょうね。しかも兄さんたち4人をやすやすと殺した相手なのよ。今この部屋に残っていてまともに戦えそうな人間はうちの家族の3人にせいぜいバトラ君で4人ってところ。状況は昨晩と何も変わらない。つまり犯人にとって残る私たちを皆殺しにするなんて簡単なことなのよ。
I'm afraid of Eva. Like, she's so good. I've been playing detective with Aunt Eva, trying to expose the person who killed Dad and the rest before the police did. If only I could cleverly penetrate the culprit's identity and stick the proof in their face. I'd be sure. I'd been so sure that, just like in one of those detective movies, the culprit would then give up and surrender. However, the culprit would only surrender if there was no way for them to fight back. The culprits behind the crime on this island were far from helpless, and might even be able to massacre all of the remaining people here. And on top of that, the island was like a giant closed room, cut off from outside world by the typhoon. So they had a full day until tomorrow to kill, to scheme, and camouflage themselves. In short, it wasn't a safe atmosphere where we could get very far by playing detective. To the contrary, we were at the stage where we had to be scared stiff, since playing detective might displease the culprits and cause them to commit another mass murder.
あくまでも可能性の問題よ。でも私は使用人の人たちをまだ信用できないわね。それに私は使用人だけを疑ってるわけじゃないわ。さらに黒幕がいるかもしれないと思ってるわよ。
黒幕？
Oh my god, don't tell me that she will tell like Kinzo is behind all of it. Oh wow. Eva is scheming. Eva is so good at scheming. God damn it, that chaotic evil. Chaotic evil character. I love Eva. God damn it. She's so smart and evil and cool. You ask me a lot, like, who's my favorite character? I think, like, I don't know, maybe actually Eva. Maybe actually Eva is my favorite character, because she's... I don't know, like, there's something about her, like, the way she talk, the way she, like, react about everything. Everyone else is, like, you know, emotional, having the reasons and stuff, but she's so scheming genius. God damn it.
どうしてですか？
勘よ。使用人は書いて字のごとし、誰かに使用されて手足となる存在よ。殺されたのは後宮家の親族ばかりなら、その結果で利害が発生する人間が関わるのは当然。
This is also plain and clear. The Ushiromiya family had been right in the middle of discussions about how to distribute the inheritance when grandfather died. If this case followed the standard form of any classic mystery novel, the crime was definitely caused by someone with ties to the Ushiromiya family and who was involved in the inheritance problem. Aunt Eva had probably read a few books in that genre herself. Her argument may had a few blind assumptions in it, but it was a standard conclusion that anyone might have reached. I think most people would end up suspecting the servants, even if they use different reasoning to get there. Especially the story about the key to the shutter. That made it very easy to suspect that one of the servants was involved.
だからなぜか気に入らねえんすよね。
気に入らないって？何の話？
あ、いえいえ、こっちの話っす。
I tried to dodge her question by joking, but I couldn't ease the sense of unease welling up inside me. After all, her conclusion was such an easy one to reach. A conclusion that anyone could reach. And I just couldn't be satisfied with that. If I tried spinning the sport around, like I'd learned from Kiryu-san. This was exactly why a servant couldn't possibly be the culprit. If the servants really were the culprits, they wouldn't hide the bodies in the place connected to themselves. Why on earth would they use the Rose Garden shed if they were the ones in charge of the key that could unlock it? The police would probably immediately purse whoever had been in control of the key. It was even possible that some of their facts might come to light as a result. The more we think of the servants as the culprits, the less reason they had to carry the bodies into the storehouse. But what if they knew what we would think that... but what if they knew we would think that and put the corpses in the storehouse for that very reason? I'm sorry, that was a weird sentence for me to read. Yeah, I need some water. No, that's completely impossible. When the police come and inspect the scene of the crime, they will probably be able to uncover many things. No matter how careful the culprits carried out that murder, some traces will definitely be found. In other words, they had everything to lose and nothing to gain. If you think about it this way, and look at this murder again from the culprit side, it's hard to imagine why they would want to call attention to the corpses. Once the corpses were found, it could result in someone sending a report to the police, or it might make the remaining people more cautious, or it might make the survivor start to search for the culprit. One of these things would make life easier for the culprit. Just like the words of the main character's mother in a novel I read recently called Higurashi no Nakukoroni. Are we really referencing another Umineko game? I mean, not Umineko, like, you know, Higurashi. Yeah. Rather bad. I wonder if I should, like, read Higurashi in my, like, outside of YouTube, I mean, because I know the story, I've kinda, probably it was changed, maybe, because I saw only anime, like years ago, before everything, I don't know, that was a long time ago. So I know the story, kinda, don't remember everything, but yeah. But I like visual novels and I know they like let you explore more of the world and stuff, so maybe I will try and read Higurashi as well in my free time. I don't think that would be good for YouTube though, because I know the story already. Huh. Every story. Oh, also... is this actually accurate? Let me know in the comments, like, is this actually accurate what Butler is about to say? That character's mother in Higurashi. I don't remember that well, so let me know if this is actually a part of this or they just mentioned the title. Every story needs to have beginning, a middle and an end. Eliminating that beginning is essential for the perfect crime. Right now we don't know where grandfather is. We don't know if he's already become a victim or if he's one of the culprits. But this state of confusion must be beneficial to the killer. The culprit has absolutely nothing to gain by showing us the bodies in such obvious way and making us all realize there has been a murder. In fact, this is a perfect place to spin the chessboard around. In other words, showing us the corpses in such a flashy way must be the culprit goal in and of itself. Yeah. So at the very least, to the culprit, the appearance of the 6 corpses there meant more than the deaths themselves. In other words, the culprit wanted this murder on display. To whom? To us. This is a message. The culprit trying to show something in our faces. I don't know what it is. At this point in time, this vulgar mass murder isn't making me feel anything except a malice directed towards all of us. Malice towards all of us. Is it? Each one of the survivors has some kind of connection to one of the 6 victims. Uncle Krau's death brought Jessica the grief of losing a family member. The deaths of Dad and Kirie-san brought me sorrow, while Aunt Rosa's death brought Maria sorrow. Maria doesn't exactly feel sorrow, I would say. Gouda-san death probably shocked his fellow servants, and Shannon-chan death brought grief to both George Haniki, who had proposed to her, and Kanon-kun, who had loved her like an older sister. Everyone now on this island has received an equal amount of sadness. Aunt Eva was sure that the servants were in cahoots. But then, how could you explain the deaths of Gouda-san and Shannon-chan? At any rate, by this argument, the grief caused by the sixth death hit everyone but Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi. Oh. Oh. Nice job, Butler. I assume that it hit Eva as well because Kraus died. But actually, I don't know why. In my head, Aunt Eva and Kraus were close. I don't know why. I think my brain got lag or something. Aunt Eva and Kraus were like enemies number one, so that's true. Aunt Eva and Hideyoshi are the only ones that didn't suffer from that. Okay. Even Aunt Eva, who had directed suspicions at the servants and acted as staff, she herself was beyond suspicion, could not be ruled out as a suspect. In the first place, she was able to argue that the servants were suspicious by focusing on the shutter's key. But if you look at it from a perspective of motive and who would gain, Aunt Eva's name rises to the top of the list. Woo! Good job, Butler.
バトラ君が何を考えてるか、おばさんわかるよ。
You do?
嫌だな。内緒にしててくださいよ。あんなことやこんなことで頭をいっぱいにしてたなんて。
私がこの殺人で一番得をする。
Yep.
どうせ疑われるだろうから、先に自己申告しておくわ。
I tried to dodge the issue by joking around, but apparently it didn't work.
遺産は兄弟の数で分割する。でも今や4兄弟は私一人。
That's true as well. I don't know why I didn't realize that. Don't judge me.
後宮家の全財産は全て私のものになるの。
Yep.
秀吉おじさんが聞いたら予算か言えばシャレにならんっていうところっすね。
ごめんね。どう取り繕ったってどうせ疑われるだろうからふざけただけよ。だからこの殺人は私の立場から見れば私を疑わせるためのものではないかと思ってるの。
Maybe.
困ったことに昨べのアリバイは弱いわ。
聞かせてもらってもいいっすか、昨べのことを。
バトラ君たちも知っている通り、兄弟が遺産をどう食いちぎり合うかという話し合いは深夜まで続いたわ。でも何時まで続いたかは知らない。私と主人は朝が早かったからね。もう眠くて24時を過ぎたあたりで抜けさせてもらったの。そしてゲストハウスに戻って休んだわ。
それを秀吉おじさん以外の誰かに証明できるっすか。いやいや、別にエヴァおばさんを疑ってるわけじゃないっすよ。
Sure not.
あら、どうだか。証明になるかわからないけれど、ゲストハウスに戻ってきた時、源氏さんに出迎えを受けてタオルはいるかと聞かれたわ。だから私たちがゲストハウスに戻ってきた時間は24時過ぎだと証明してくれると思うわよ。
Okay.
もっとも 私の仮説通り、使用人たちもグルなのだとしたら、こんなのアリバイにならないけどね。
確かにそうっすね。ってことは、俺、今、真犯人と推理ごっこをしてるってことになるんすか？
でも私の名誉のために言わせてもらうけど、遺産目当てだったなら、こんな変な殺人はしないわよ。
I don't know, Eva. You're really chaotic evil. You're not pure evil, but I don't know.
だって遺産相続権を喪失させるだけならどんな死に方だって構わない。むしろ事故死に見せかけた方がスマートでしょ。使用人たちを抱き込んで周到に計画していたならなおさらそうするでしょうよ。
確かにそうっすね。営利で人を殺すならそれは常に殺人に見せるべきではない。
そういうことよ。だからおばさんは今からとてもブルーな気持ちなわけ。
Yep, probably.
やだ。
Aunt Eva shrugged with a bitter smile. It was just as easy to suspect Aunt Eva as it was to suspect the servants. So if we spin the chessboard around, that doesn't make it impossible for the culprit to be her, suspicious she is. However, if that sort of argument always works, then motive can never help us in any way. No, that can't be right. Knowing the motive must give us powerful clues towards knowing the culprit. That's why murderers from the old time periods disguise crimes in complicated ways, cleverly preventing their motives from being discovered. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Every time I spin the chessboard around, it keeps flipping from front to back and back to front. Are my thoughts bringing me closer to the truth? Or are they... Okay. Aunt Eva didn't want to talk any more than that, so I folded my arms and headed to the window to cool my head a little. As I looked over the parlor, I saw George Aniki and the others gathered, talking. It looked like they were talking about the magic circle that had been painted into the shutter. As Uncle Hideyoshi thought back to that time, he started drawing the shape in the margins of Maria's notebook. I see. Since Maria was the second only to grandfather in knowledge of the occult, she might understand what it meant.
多分こんな感じだったと思うで。
That's smart of Hideyoshi.
十字架をアレンジしたみたいなマークが書かれとったんや。そしてこんな感じで外周の円を取り囲むように妙な文字がびっしり書き込まれていて、十字架の上下左右の辺とその四隅にも何か書かれていたんや。
Umineko is really hard to cut. I mean, I don't know when to end. I wonder how long this episode will be. It's 50 minutes already, goddammit.
アルファベットとかそういうのとちゃうで。あれはよく言う古代文字とかいうやつや。
あと円周部の頂点に小さなマークがありました。小さな丸を5つ十字状に並べ、それぞれを直線で結んだようなマークでした。
ああ、確かにそんなのも書いてあったで。図形的には間違いなくこれや。細かい文字はわからんが、配列はほぼ同じや。
Everyone's staring down at the shape, so I started down at it too. Where is that plus? Do you mean this one? No, this is cross. Okay. From what I'd heard, this had been painted on the shutter to the storehouse with some material that looked like blood, and it was probably blood. I see. This sure is unsettling.
こんなわけのわかんねえもんを書きたがるのはじいさまだけだろ。 まったくどこに行っちまったんだ。とっ捕まえて意味を聞き出してやりたいぜ。
Jessica's voice contained impatience and anger. And maybe she's on the vengeance of, like, Raph and stuff, you know. She hadn't gone so far as to say grandfather was the culprit, but she seems sure that the grandfather knew something about the culprit's background. Of course, if you would search for a link connection to the Ushirima family to the occult, 10 out of 10 people would think of grandfather. Also, to a person who knew nothing of the occult, this strange mark would have no meaning, which meant that this might have been something addressed to grandfather. That's right, and the reason the crime was shown to the survivors was so they would find this. In that case, where had grandfather, the essential recipient of this message, disappeared off to?
こんな図形に何か心当たりはあるかい？
Oh my god, Maria, what the fuck will this be like? What the hell? And Maria looked at the shape with a serious face. Maybe she was enthusiastic because this was her area of expertise. However, her appearance was that of someone separated from the events at hand. As thought this thing hadn't been drawn on the shoulder clothes around her mother's corpse.
僕の第一印象ではどこか外国の十字章に似たデザインだなって思ったかな。
ああ、確かにこんなデザインや。ということはどこぞの国と何か関係があるんか？
Okay, Hideyoshi, you can stop the investigation.
その国の十字章はもともと聖地巡礼者を守るための騎士修道士たちの紋章だったそうですな。
Or it's just a symbolic like that.
つまりこの魔法陣には宗教的な意味があるってことかよ。ますますにちんぷんかんぷんだぜ。
When I looked over all of them preparing to jump into discussion, something shocked me. Okay. Another episode. Another Maria creepy face. Yeah. I think I will leave the suspension now. I will leave that for the next episode. With Maria smiling and staring into your soul and mine. Yeah. That episode was damn good. And I don't think I want to Maria staring at me anymore. So yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me. And I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.